Alright, so to change the brake disc is a simple case of removing the old brake disc and then replacing it with the new brake disc. Now, a couple of things to bear in mind. As you can see, these bolts are very rusty looking, so I have left them to soak in some penetrating fluid for a little bit, just to kind of give us a fighting chance of undoing them. I've actually cracked most of them open off camera just using a normal Allen key. So now I'm going to whiz them off. Oh, one of the things, I said I was going to inspect the brake disc. Probably a good idea that I did, because right here you'll see it's wobbly because I've already loosened the nuts, the bolts, but there is an actual crack straight through the brake disc here, which is obviously not a good thing by any means, and certainly would be an MOT failure. So we're changing this at the right time, if not just past the right time. Electric tools make it very easy, but you could just use any old ratchet here or just a normal Allen key. Just take your time. But if you're ever asked what we'd like for a Christmas or birthday present, then one of these electric ratchets is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so we should just be able to lift that straight off. And there you'll see there is a great big crack right the way through the disc. So that is no longer, well, it wasn't safe a while ago. In fact, look, here's another crack. So this whole section must have taken a bash or something. So very good that we're changing it. What we want to do as well is remember the orientation. Some discs have a directional arrow, but this one has the writing on that side that was facing outwards, and then the plain side facing inwards. So I will overlay that with the new one, which looks to have exactly the same markings on it, so I assume it's an OEM one. So I'll refit that in the same way. Before you fit the new disc, you want to try and avoid getting any kind of contamination, especially oil, onto the discs. So with the old one, if you were just taking off the disc for some reason and putting the same one back on, you would clean it up, because obviously the penetrating fluid isn't going to be any good for the brake pads, and it was not going to help with braking. But if you're putting a new one on, so it's got the writing this side, exactly the same markings. So what I'm going to do, just to be extra careful, then I'm going to clean off these discs with a bit of brake cleaner. That way we just use some of this too. What I like to do for this is just use it fairly sparingly. And just pop some in the cap. Put that down somewhere. You can dip your cloth in it and then just wipe that around your disc. That's nice. That's the job. You can kind of see it's a bit shinier now. There's a sort of oily matte effect to it before. And someone's going to say you've spilt isopropyl alcohol on that tyre and it's not good for it, which is probably true, but never mind. Never said we were professionals. And clean up the face of this. Just because I am going to make sure they're properly torqued, and I'm going to check them, and I'm going to potentially mark them as well, like with an engineering mark, so I know whether I can spot if they ever come loose. I'm going to do what served me well on this project, and just to make it a little bit easier for the next person, I'm going to use a bit of copper slip on these bolts as I refit them. I need a tiny bit. Cool, once you've got them in, you can now start tightening them up. Not tighten them all the way using this. Then you want to ideally check the torque ratings for your particular bike for these bolts. I do have the ones for this bike somewhere, so I will look them up when I get a chance, and then I'll come back and tighten them up to the manufacturer's recommended torque settings. But for now, I'm just going to do them pretty tight. And then, just to be doubly safe, take the cloth, clean off any stray copper grease from around there. Bolts. And you could start reinstalling your wheel.